Getting in some breaking news on top of the biggest story tonight, the face-off between the centre and West Bengal continues. In fact, this morning, the latest face-off that we broke was of Mamata Banerjee, who has been claiming that she needs trains to bring back migrants, but data available with Republic TV showed that she wanted just 2 trains. Contrary to the claims and how many trains other states are asking for. While she asked for just 2 trains, the West Bengal Chief Secretary hadn't cleared the file at all. And we're getting in some more breaking news of what the Ministry of Home Affairs has to say to the Mamata Banerjee government. Now, the latest information is about Ministry of Home Affairs. Ajay Balla, the Secretary, writing to West Bengal Chief Secretary Rajiv Sinha, saying that the response to COVID-19 in West Bengal is characterized by very low rate of testing in proportion to the population, very high rate of mortality of 13.2%, by far the highest in any state in India. Abhishek joining us with the details of the developments. Abhishek, 13.2% compared to the national average of nearly 3.3 or 3.4 is very alarming.
Well, naturally so, Niranjan, because that puts the mortality rate at par with nations like Spain and Italy, and that should be worrisome if the numbers increase. Bengal has been misfiring at many levels, Niranjan, with the Mamata government. First, not able to keep a good record of numbers, then setting up a committee to certify whether deaths have happened because of COVID, and then if there have been deaths which are not directly related with COVID symptoms, the Bengal government has refused to include them in COVID deaths, even if they were tested positive later. So the inter-ministerial committee that visited Bengal about a week back also came back with a long list of do's and don'ts based on the deficiencies that were found. And it seems that the Home Secretary letter to the Chief Secretary of Bengal is essentially in continuation of that part of communication where the inter-ministerial committee had found all those loopholes in management of Bengal government so far as COVID patients, COVID hospitals and COVID casualties are concerned.
It's in line with what we reported this morning, isn't it, Abhishek? Of the facts not matching with what the Mamata Banerjee government claims. Facts not matching. The reason why we say that is because Mamata Banerjee claimed that she's asking for trains not getting support. In hindsight, look at the numbers and the stats available with Republic TV. She has asked for only 2 trains, for example. And the Maharashtra Chief Secretary has confirmed that the Bengal Chief Secretary has not, for example, given a go-ahead. Facts are not matching, and this seems to be the allegation not just by political parties, by other states, but also by doctors within, of facts not matching from the beginning, isn't it? Be it testing, be it COVID casualty numbers, be it on the deaths or the number of patients itself. Something doesn't seem to add up all the time.
Oh, absolutely, Niranjan. In fact, we have seen how doctors have been writing to the Mamata government about ICMR protocols not being followed and not being implemented. We have seen how in the instance that you are mentioning, the story that we did in the morning about a simple bureaucratic process is not being followed in terms of giving a permission or giving in writing to the Ministry of Railways that yes, those trains should run. Their labor, their migrant labor, their citizens of the state, they are stuck in places like Thane and Bengaluru because the trains are not coming, and the trains are not coming because Mamata's bureaucrats are not willing to write that one letter. We have seen how today also a letter has been written to Mamata Banerjee government, for example, by Swapan Das Gupta, BJP MP, saying that the global advisory board that was set up in terms of monitoring the numbers of COVID, that has not met even once. So how they are certifying and what kind of advisories are they issuing if they have not met even once? So I believe there are a lot of issues in terms of COVID management at the level of Kolkata, and the government is concerned because if things are not brought under control and if there emerges a big pocket of undocumented spreaders, then in that case, it can really create havoc for the country as a whole in terms of overall graph and the flattening of curve and whatever is needed. So, in a way, it would
Abhishek,
become,
there are two more breaking inputs I'm picking up. Yeah, there are two more breaking
Yes, sir.
updates I'm picking up. Abhishek, I'm going to read out those breaking updates for our viewers because the MHA says lockdown violations have been noted in Kolkata, Howrah, by specific groups in specific localities. Corona warriors have been attacked there. Instances of overcrowding in bazaars, bathing of people in rivers, people playing cricket, football during lockdown in West Bengal. And let me tell you, this is not something that has been limited to West Bengal, but noted mostly in West Bengal. Let me go across to Rupa Ganguly, joining us on the phone line from Kolkata. Rupa Ganguly, thank you for speaking to Republic TV. The Ministry of Home Affairs has noted, and I'm quoting from some of the observations, that the response to COVID-19 in West Bengal is characterized by very low rate of testing in proportion to the population. Very high rate of mortality, which is 13.2%. Let me tell you, Rupa Ganguly, 13.2% is as high as countries in Europe, countries like Italy, countries like Spain, countries like Hungary, countries in Europe which have recorded large number of deaths have this sort of mortality rate. Lockdown violations in Kolkata and Howrah and overcrowding in many locations and crowded places in Bengal. This is very, very alarming, and the visuals have been, talking about the picture in Bengal. Rupa Ganguly.
Yeah, it happened because government was on a denial mode since the beginning. And after the central government team, the officials had come over here in Calcutta, they actually compelled the officers to reveal the facts, at least some of the facts. And a lot of it has been revealed after that. And I'm really very sorry to say that nothing is working, no constructive steps are being taken here. And even MPLAD money has not been used properly. They don't even want to use because it is, it is coming from an opposition. So these are the facts which will explain the kind of ego the Chief Minister is having. And she is not here to fight COVID unitedly, jointly with the central government and jointly with others. Their main intention is to do a little bit of publicity and a little bit of jhamela with the food grains and all. And you won't believe the containment zone is, numbers of containment zone is going higher. Containment zone numbers are growing higher. Number of deaths are higher. And it's basically they are on the denial mode, that's why. Still they're not working.
Rupa Ganguly, getting in some more
why.
breaking news of what the Ministry of Home Affairs has said, and let me read out. Yeah, this is what you're saying is something that we've observed, and what different leaders have also been saying, and including the governor of West Bengal. Let me read out some more breaking news inputs that I'm getting. Instances of problems faced due to ostracism of healthcare professionals in West Bengal, lack of quarantine facilities worrying. This is what the Ministry of Home Affairs says, and let me tell you something. In the words of the West Bengal Chief Minister, tell me if I'm wrong, who said that she can't keep lakhs and lakhs of people in quarantine, wasn't that an admission by Mamata Banerjee that there are so many cases that are going unreported? Now, whatever is being said is proof of what is being witnessed in West Bengal, at least by people who are reporting it, and different reports that are emerging. Rupa Ganguly.
Yeah, governor is trying to help, and you won't believe the ministers, including the chief minister, is making such terrible, disgraceful comments on even governor's comments. Unbelievable. Whether in a situation like this, they should seek help from the governor. They should try and take his suggestions. They should also involve him and take his suggestions, and they can work together. Even governor has been the way they're insulting governor, the way the state government, the chief minister, including her and other ministers, are making such derogatory comments over governor. It is not believable, actually. One takes little time to digest such nasty behavior.
Yeah. Rupa Ganguly, something doesn't add up in Bengal, and I'll tell you something. It's not just the people. It's not just politicians in Bengal, or it's not just the opposition in Bengal. It's the people of Bengal as well. And that's the most alarming aspect this evening. Let me read out a letter before I have Amit Malviya on the phone line of the BJP. Before I go across to Amit Malviya, I have a letter. Amit, listen to me. I'm going to read out that letter. It's alarming. A lot of people joining us in prime time. It's 7:15 p.m. Why are we on the story? The situation in Bengal is alarming. Let me read out the letter that I have accessed. The letter from Bengal, this is from the Home Secretary of India, saying that the interministerial central teams were deputed to Kolkata and Jalpaiguri districts since the 20th of April. They've extensively toured a total of 7 districts in the state, have communicated their observations from time to time. Response of COVID-19 in the state of Bengal is characterized by a very low rate of testing. We've spoken about that. Lockdown violations noted in cities like Kolkata, Howrah by specific groups in specific localities, with media reports of corona, including the pictures that have come in from places like Howrah. Instances of overcrowding in bazaars with poor sanitation, free movement of people in large numbers without masks, bathing of people in rivers, people playing cricket and football. Okay, that's happening. There remain gaps in the surveillance and contact tracing of positive cases. State has not furnished any data regarding the number of households, individuals contacted, surveyed for signs of COVID symptoms. What's your assessment this evening, Amit Malviya? Politically speaking, this is an ongoing fight, but there are many reasons why Mamata Banerjee is being questioned.
Look, this fight against COVID cannot be seen through the political prism. The truth is that the Mamata Banerjee administration has been constantly fudging numbers. In fact, just yesterday, the Chief Minister of Bengal put out a Facebook post claiming that 5.5 crore households in Bengal have been screened for STRI and influenza kind of treatment as an early sign of COVID. Now, the fact is that in Bengal, there are just 2 crore households as per last census. And if indeed Mamata Banerjee's numbers are correct, then she has screened more than double the number of people who live in Bengal. Obviously, this is fudging numbers. They haven't really done anything on the ground, and therefore they are making up these things. Similarly, with testing, it's abysmal. It's one of the lowest in the country. The fatality is one of the highest in the country. There aren't enough beds and isolation centers in Bengal. People who have been showing symptoms are not getting tested. Those who test positive don't have enough beds to get admitted, although COVID requires that the patient must be admitted in a designated hospital. So there is a lot of problems. There are a lot of evidences that are emerging, but Mamata Banerjee is not owning them up. She's in fact targeting media. Anyone who reports or shows the inconvenient truth is being harassed, is being intimidated. The state is being used. And Mamata Banerjee is the Chief Minister, the Home Minister, and the Health Minister of Bengal. So she alone is responsible for the mess that Bengal today is in.
Yeah. Amit, thank you for speaking to Republic TV. And for all our viewers, this morning we broke a story. Abhishek Kapoor, our executive editor, broke a story of how Mamata Banerjee has been claiming that she wants migrant trains. She's been fighting for migrant trains. She's been talking about migrants. But you know what? Facts show the state of West Bengal has asked for just 2 trains. Has just asked for 2 trains. And believe it or not, has not even cleared those trains from its own Chief Secretary. So, for example, if a train is coming from Maharashtra to West Bengal, the Chief Secretary of Maharashtra has to get a clearance from the Chief Secretary of West Bengal. The Bengal Chief Secretary hasn't even given it. Facts not matching with what Mamata is saying. You can read that story on republicworld.com. We're taking a short break at this point. Stay tuned.